Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kim and today I thought it would be awesome to talk about the HUDA Beauty NEON Pallets. Now, as you know, I'm behind with absolutely everything. These have been out for a while. I did purchase them with my own money, so there's that. I'm not giving this product free in advance, so I purchase it when I can and I do a review when I can. So I know neon's all the rage lately and it looks so beautiful in photos, but it doesn't actually, in my opinion, read as well on the face as what you can see in face-tuned photos for the most part. I'm not saying everyone's photos are face-tuned, but a lot of people's are, and the colors look bright and they pop, and even in the Sephora advertisement for these palettes, even these palettes themselves look beautiful and bright. And I did do this look with these palettes, so I figured I would talk about them today because I happen to have them in my collection and there's a flip-flop to them, so I just wanted to discuss that quickly. Super quick disclaimer, it is so hot in Vancouver right now that I have to have my windows and my door open, and I seem to live on a boulevard for loud motorcycles, so if you hear those ripping by or stop at the traffic light, please ignore that. So jumping right into this video, we have the HUDA Beauty, I'm just going to open them up here, Obsessions palettes. Now these actually are really, really pretty. I was super excited when I saw these. I'm going to see if I can hold all three at once, which will be a feat. I'm not going to be able to. No, my hands aren't big enough. So we're going to do the first two. So these don't have any swanky names or anything like that. This is green neon, this is orange neon, and this one is pink neon. So that's all of the shades right there. These are beautiful, and in here you get metallics, you get some shimmers, and you get some pressed pigments as well. You also get a nice little mirror, and these cases are hard. Like, they're nice hard plastic cases. They are not like the other they're like gem obsessions or something. They're named after gems anyways, like sapphires and rubies, whereas I believe those ones are like corrugated cardboard, a thick cardboard. These are actually plastic, which is actually what drew me into these. I don't purchase a lot of HUDA Beauty, to be honest. I do think it's a little high in price for my liking, but I love this packaging. I really couldn't give this packaging up. So when I say high in price, these are priced at Sephora, sorry, I should have had this up, for $37 a piece. And you do get 9 shades at 0.05 ounces. So in my mind, $37 is high. It might not be for you, but for me, I figure it's a little pricey. I can get some other things which in my opinion blend sort of the same, your NYX, Jeffree Star even. I haven't worked out any pricing on that one, but I know NYX 100% is cheaper than this, and the blending is roughly the same in my opinion. So anyways, these have had mixed reviews. At least I've read some. Some people love them, other people don't like them. When I spoke to a rep in Sephora, I asked her which one was her favorite, and by far she told me her not favorite was the green one. Because if you look at the green one, it looks really nice, and I was actually drawn to this green one, but once you start playing with it, I kind of get lost in this palette. I honestly don't really know where to go with this. You're probably thinking, well, there's tons of, you can do tons of things, and yes, but when you start to put it on your eyes, this green, and this pink being the salmon color here, being the only mattes, and the rest are pressed pigments, you can't do a lot in my mind with this. You almost need the other two palettes. Oh, there's a motorcycle. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. You almost need the other two palettes to backfill the, oh, there we go, yeah. You almost need the other two palettes to backfill that green one. So if you have all of them, they're great. Like I said, I made the majority of this look today with the orange palette. This one, this color, and a heck of a lot of mixing between this one, and I did have to dip into a dark, almost black color from a different palette just to sort of deepen the outside. But other than that, you could, I know I said I did the whole look, but I did have to deepen it. You could make this look with just these palettes. It is possible, it just won't be as dark around the outside. So I like these palettes. I don't have a problem with them, but like I said, The orange and pink stand alone. Unfortunately, the green one, in my opinion, just doesn't. Also, to note, there are no shade names. So if you like shade names, there aren't any. It also, on the back of it, says pressed pigment palette. It doesn't say anywhere that this is eyeshadow, so just keep that in mind. It will, well, I mean, this will stain me. I already know that. And it is made in China. So just some information, FYI there. These products are made in China. So let's do some swatches. We'll do a few out of each one. So let's go with this pressed pigment here. And like I said, no shade names, so I also find these need a heck of a lot of blending, and you need to go over them quite a few times. That's a gorgeous shimmer color. It really is, and I'm gonna call it like it's champagne pink almost. Let's just do this whole row. And this is like a creamsicle next to it. This is very powdery. That reads very, very powdery. When you flick your brush, that literally goes everywhere. And now we'll do the purple that I'm wearing today. See, that almost comes out like a pink. You sort of really need to, and I'm not swatch master of the world here, we all know that. You really need to build it to get that neon purple color, and even at that, you're still working. Like, I did put on a base in order to get these colors to pop a little more, and the base that I use is the P. Louise Base Pro. Now this is from England. You have to import this in order to get it. I don't believe it's available in any stores in Canada. I could be wrong though, but I'm gonna hedge my bets and say it's not. So you do need to, it is this color. It's a skin color for me, not necessarily for everyone, but you can get them in a wide array of colors, including white and black, and you can get them anywhere from like olive tones to deep tones to even lighter than this for the eyes, and white and black, like I said, to blend your own if you really wanted to go that route. This is awesome. This base is by far one of the best ones I've ever encountered, but my eyelids still stain. So this is not a savior from staining. My eyelids do stain a lot. I'll just use that tomorrow to cover over the staining of today, if that makes sense. So that's those, and that's these colors. This one here, this orange creamsicle, and this purple. And I know purples are hard to make. This one actually is kind of hard to put on the eyelids. It's quite patchy, but I'm just going to do those three from this palette to give you a general idea of all of these palettes. Now we're going to go into, we'll do the same ones, the same middle section from the green, and then I'll tell you which ones I used. Oh my gosh. This one is so sheer you can barely see it. The green is mostly shimmers. I don't know if those are even going to read on camera, but in all honesty, it's this color, the white, which is non-existent, and then this deeper purple. And those are all shimmers. So like I said before, you really do need the other palettes to sort of bolster this green one, or I just feel you can get maybe one color, two blends maybe. You're just not going to get everything out of this palette, in my opinion. There's just not enough options there. So $37 for the green one alone, I think, is quite high. But for the other two, I mean, they're usable, plus they're pretty. Maybe wait to see if they're on sale ever at Sephora Canada. They usually don't. The majority of the stock goes on sale in the States, not necessarily Canada. So we'll do the middle section again. Now this one, that's gorgeous. This is a pink palette. This by far is my favorite. I'll just do them all, and then but again, they go on pretty patchy, and you do have to build them up. So that is this pink here, this shimmer again, and then this purple. So like I was saying, they go on from right to left, 2 and 3. They do go on pretty patchy, but when you put them on your fingers, they come up quite nice. So I know the neon craze is a big thing right now, but when you see it in photos and the rest of it, just a PSA, those are more than likely photoshopped to make the colors really pop, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Photoshop or anything like that, or Facetune or whatever the cool kids call it. It's just be aware of what you're buying into. Those colors, you can build them to look like that, but they're not going to have that vivid, bright pop unless you're using a colored base, which you do have. and then working powder over top of that, or you're using an entirely cream product, if you're going to try to get those pop-in colors out of these, like what you see, which you know is under a ridiculously white bright light, I don't feel it's achievable with these palettes. Somebody, by all means, prove me wrong and then tell me how you did it, because this is about as much build as I could get. I did not use a colored base. I just used my normal base that I use for every day. I could have used a colored base. Maybe that would have helped. I actually just thought of that now. I probably should have, but then I have to start blending the color base underneath and then blending on top. So that's a lot of work, and I just didn't have that much time in the morning to do this today before I had to go out. So I didn't do it. Anyways, let me know if you guys are going to buy into these palettes. Were you thinking about these palettes? Like I said, they're not bad. It's just, you know, for the price point, they're expensive. They are expensive. Are there other palettes out there that are comparable? Yes, there are. Heck, just type in Neon in your Sephora page or your Ulta and you'll probably find something. But let me know all your thoughts, opinions, and comments down below. That was just a super quick video today because, like I said, I put this on and I thought about it. You know what, let's just talk about the neon craze, and I'll go through those HUDA Beauty palettes in case anyone is wondering how they perform, how they react. You wanted to see just a few swatches. I don't want to do them all because there's so many colors. And I will see you guys here for the next video. Bye.